Hi Cancer, this is your November 2021 spiritual reading. Now these readings are usually a little bit longer than normal, so if you enjoy that, hopefully this reading will be helpful for you. All right, we have the Eternal Child, the Creator. We have Kairos. We have the Threshold and the Offering. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the Comic, which is interesting because this was on the bottom for Scorpio as well. So if you have strong Scorpio in your chart, you might want to check out that reading as well. But we're gonna go ahead and get started here. So for you guys, if you're, first of all, if you're familiar with the term inner child, and if you feel very connected to it, that's because that's where your genius lies. Like, especially for you guys, that plays a big role in your life, connecting to your inner child. It's almost like he or she has a treasure chest, with everything, with just so much abundance, so much beauty, so much things that you couldn't even imagine. That's just waiting for you. They're holding it, keeping it safe for you. And all you have to do is connect to it. Connect to your inner child and let them show you the way. Let them inspire you. It's like you have these ideas that if you connect with, maybe some of you are artists, or you write poetry, or you're a photographer, whatever it is, your wisdom lies with your inner child. So it's very important for you guys. You might want to do like a meditation that helps you connect, or just remember what you loved to do when you were growing up. Like, what excited you? Who were you before the world told you who to be? And reconnect with that. Like, if you love swimming, get back in the water. If you were pretending to be a mermaid, do that again. It doesn't matter how old you are. Don't ever lose your divinity and your joy, because I feel like, you guys are Cancer. You're ruled by the moon. The moon goes through these cycles. It rules the waves. It moves the waves. And so you guys can kind of get caught up in very intense emotions, and you could have, not that you are depressed, but you could get a little too caught up in these more negative and dense emotions, and you lose your connection to that light, fun, joyful inner child, where it's like when you get hurt, you cry, and then you run back out and start playing again. Like, you don't let anything take away that light. And that's something very important for you guys to consider in life. Like, is it worth letting these situations and certain people, whatever they do, whatever happens, is it worth allowing them to take your fire away from you, to dim your light, to disconnect you with that child within you? It's and especially, I feel like once you're able to reconnect, you'll never take life too seriously again. With Kairos being here, again, you guys have a very, the moon rules spirituality, rules the darkness, the dark mother, what most people don't see. You have a similar reading to Scorpios, but Scorpios is very much more intense and deep and dark. That's how they thrive. Whereas your connection to the collective isn't through pain. It's actually through light and through fun and through joy. Like for you, it's more, you might want to get your friends and you guys just start dancing, or playing music together, or, going to an art class, creating art. There's something about you in community, but a community of people who are very just lighthearted and free and childlike in spirit. That's how you connect to your soul. That's how you connect, again, to the collective, to the divine, to spirituality. If you guys are artists, really get back into that. Do what you love, do what excites you, what feels meditative to you. We have the threshold and the offering. So for some of you, you could feel like you're at this threshold, right? Where your life is about to change. You know that there is something that's destined for you, but for some reason it hasn't happened yet. And that's because, transformation requires us to let go of the past. And again, in this card, you can see like you're standing in this world, universe, where it's dark and it's black and white, it's cold. And what's waiting for you is this light and the sun. It's connecting back to your soul, having this childlike spirit, creating, allowing your inner child to come out and play. You've lost connection to that joy, that purity, that love for life and everything that it has to offer, And for you to reconnect, for you to be able to jump into that new world, you have to let go of the past. With offerings, for me, like in ancient times, whenever they would offer something to the gods, for me, that's all about, your God is your soul, is your higher self, and what you desire. If you're asking for something and leaving an offering, that offering is your past life, is letting go of something in order to make space and room for that new blessing to come in. Like for example, if let's say you want a new relationship, and for you guys, again, with you and Scorpio, similar reading but complete opposites. Like for Scorpio, their life isn't about having like a long-term relationship or even being around people too much in the beginning of their life, whereas yours, I feel like your life is all about being in fun, joyful connections with people who take life easy and want to just have fun and enjoy every bit of it and dance under the sun. And so if that's the kind of, love that you want to attract into your life, you're gonna have to let go of your past. For example, you might be holding on to certain things that remind you of an ex. You have to let them go. You might be still thinking about them and checking up on them. That's something that you have to let go in order to have this new. For some of you, your offering is these beliefs. Like if you believe that relationships are hard, that they're a struggle, that you have to work hard at them, let go of that belief and replace it with relationships are effortless and easy and fun and enjoyable. Everything in you, within you, and the energy that you radiate and that you surround yourself with has to resemble this new world. And you have to let go of everything. You have to, in every aspect, in every way, energetically and physically, let go of this past life if you want the new. And for you guys, I do feel like you sense this new world. you know that there's so much greatness waiting for you, that life isn't meant to be this dark and this heavy for you guys. Where some people thrive on that, I don't think you do. I think for you, it's very important to be free. All right, let's see. All right, we have she who unfolds, swath, embrace, self-care. And right, I was just about to say too, you guys are Cancer. Cancer is ruled by the moon. The moon is the divine mother. But I also feel like you guys have strong aspects and strong, you guys could have planets in earth houses, especially Taurus, because there's something about you embodying that divine mother energy, but in a very light way, where it's like your presence, your aura, your energy, it nourishes everyone you're around. It lifts them up. You're at such a high frequency that everyone around you immediately feels better just because you're there. You're able to bring, even if it's like for a few days or a few seconds, you're able to make them feel light again and feel like a child again. And that's a gift that you have, that not only are you able to offer yourself, but you're able to offer others. And with self-care popping up also, like I was saying in the beginning, it's so important for you to connect deeply with your inner child and remember that he or she is always there. Who you were as a child is always within you. And imagine neglecting her or him, and neglecting an innocent little child who just wants to play and have fun and is so pure and full of love. And once you remember that, you'll do everything you can to take care of it. So that's like a big, once you're able to connect, automatically so much of your life immediately changes, because you start acting different. Where you give your energy to changes. Everything changes because you want to protect and connect with this child. We have she who sees, observe, perceive, scrutinize. Again, there's something, it's, the ocean is on the ground, right? It's at the bottom, but there's something about you that is also very light and free. This reminds me of a lot of, in your reading, it reminds me of air energy. It's like an eagle. You have the ability to connect to both worlds, and that allows, in a weird way, that allows you to have the perfect balance. We have the underworld, the upper worlds, and then the middle worlds. And the middle world is Earth, is this life that we have, this day-to-day life, connecting with the 3D, connecting with people. And it's like you're so connected to the under and upper, right? That you're able to work with both perspectives, both energies. And the perfect balance for you is the middle world. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. Like Carl Jung talks about your goal, like what you aim for is to understand yourself, right? In all aspects, where are you on this spectrum, dark and light, feminine energies, masculine energies. And the goal is to get as close to the center as you can. Become as balanced. And for you guys, your balance is this middle world. Although I don't think it's something that you're familiar with. For example, in your past lives, you could have either been like very scorpionic, where you lived in that deep underworld. That's where you thrived. And in another lifetime, you could have been like an air sign, where you it's all about being in your mind and seeing things from a higher perspective, thinking, writing. And now you're meant to be experiencing just living, not taking things too seriously, not getting too caught up and only living in your mind, is finding that balance, finding that balance between the two worlds. We have she who regrets, battle, victory, bitterness. For a lot of you, popping on top of thresholds, I feel like for you guys, the reason you haven't been able to take that leap and have that, whatever it is that you feel is right around the corner, is because you're still holding on to your past. You're still holding on to pain from your past. You're still angry at people from your past for hurting you, for putting you through what they did, for the painful experiences that you had. And if you're not angry about it, you're still battling with it. Like, it's still in your mind. You still keep going back, thinking about it, getting caught up in those emotions. And some of you, it could literally be that you're still bitter towards it. Others, it could literally be that you still talk to people from your past, people who hurt you. If they reach out, you give back in, even though you know it's only going to lead to an argument. And, so for you guys, it's very, very important to let that go, to let the old you go. Really pretend like that life of yours up until now ended, and you're about to experience an entirely new life. You're about to be born again, Start from scratch here. And I don't normally say that, but for you guys, really just let it go, mourn it. Do a ritual where you physically bury your old life. Maybe take things that remind you of your past, put them in a box and bury it. Mourn it, let out all the emotions that you need, and then let it go. And like I was saying, for you guys, for most of you, what will help you do all of this and get you to that new world is connecting to your inner child. I feel like for you guys, that changes you. That helps purify the energies that you surround yourself with and that are within you. It just lights you up. It takes away that darkness and density within you, and it throws you into this new world, Or again, you could, if that's more difficult for you, you could, like I was saying, do a ritual where you're letting go of your past yourself. You have two ways of approaching this. Whichever resonates with you more and feels right to you, do that. And with offering, for me, these two are a very significant message about how you're gonna get that life that you desire. And what you're offering is this pain and anger that you have with the past, this being pulled in two directions, living in the present but also being pulled in the past. You've got to let that go. That's what you have to offer the universe. That's your sacrifice in order to have this beautiful new life that's meant for you. We have selling out, number 1. Temptation, number 19. And hole in the soul, number 36. Bottom of the deck, we have self-love. Literally, self-love is your answer. Loving yourself, your soul, your inner child, that's what's going to heal you. We have self-care popping up, eternal child, and self-love, the bottom of your deck, which to me is, the bottom of the deck energy is the essence. It's why everything is happening. And for you, right now especially, is a very important time for you to just free yourself and just love yourself, take care of yourself, have fun, because you guys, I do feel like you have been selling out in the sense that you're not following your path. Like I was saying, in this life, you guys are meant to be light and free and to dance under the sun and to embody this childlike energy. But I feel like some of you have let the experiences you've had in the past and the pain that you experienced make you more bitter, and to hold you at a much lower energy. And when we're bitter, we get angry, we lash out, we say things that a child wouldn't say. When a child is mad, they're not gonna go scratch someone's car or like wish something upon them or fight with them, swear at them. They're not gonna do that. They're just gonna forget about, like I was saying, it's like if they get hurt, they cry about it and then they go back and play. Even with the person who hurt them, they'll cry and then they'll be friends again the next day. Whereas you, I feel like you've been stuck in this place of, it's kind of, it doesn't feel like you're playing the part of a victim, but it does feel like you're just angry. You're wondering why this is all happening to you. And understanding that we're the creators of our reality, by you staying at that frequency and in that energy, you're the one that's holding on to this life that you don't even like. And again, so the best thing you can do for yourself is to free yourself of it all. Free yourself of the anger, the bitterment, the past. Just let the past go, however that is for you, however you can do that. Your life isn't meant to be the way that it is now. We have temptation here in number 19. This reminds me of the threshold, where it's like, what is destined for you and what is meant for you, you feel it, you smell it, you taste it, you know it's there, you know it's around the corner. It's constantly calling you to get closer to it. But again, I feel like for you, it's like the density in these darker energies are winning a little bit, even though this light, love and fun is calling you. You're choosing to stay here. And a lot of times, no one wants to admit that they choose to be sad and angry, but it's an addiction. We get addicted to those emotions and that energy. And so we have to be very intentional about quitting that drug and letting it go. It's not going to happen overnight, but once you realize, hey, it's not me, I don't want this, I'm just addicted to it, and I want to free myself, that's how you become empowered enough to do it and ask the universe for guidance. Because right now you're out of alignment. You're not connected to your soul, which for you guys, how you connect to your soul is through your inner child and through that childlike spirit, but you're too connected to the darker energies right now, which I was saying before. That's how some people thrive. That's what some people are destined to grow through, but that's not for you. You're not meant to be here. You're not meant to be in this darkness and this density, and you're meant to free yourself from it. And again, that happens through self-love, through connecting to that light within yourself, becoming a child again, look through your albums and look at pictures of yourself as a child. Reconnect to him or her. That's what's going to free you. That's the key that opens the door to your destiny and to this world that is waiting for you, and that is so beautiful and joyful and free. But yeah, you guys, you have to find whichever ways helps you get out of that energy. Look up inner child practices, meditations. Take care of yourself and have fun. Every time your mind goes towards something negative or painful, bring it back to something joyful. Don't let that addiction win. Free yourself from it. Keep bringing your attention away until that becomes your new normal, until that addiction loses its power. All right, Cancer, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.